Hello, Singaporeans and my viewers. Let's talk about press freedom in Singapore, or should I say, the lack of it. In May 2025, Reporters Without Borders released its annual World Press Freedom Index. And where is Singapore? Well, let's just say that we have been sliding down the ranks like Greece playground slide. We are now rubbing shoulders with some of the world's most authoritarian regimes. We sit quite closer to Vietnam, China, and North Korea than we do to our democratic neighbours like Malaysia. Now, tell me, is that something Singaporeans should be proud of? Are we supposed to wave our little flags and say, yeah, at least we beat Vietnam? Let's be clear about what Reporters Without Borders say. Singapore restrictive media laws like Puah, the Protection from Online Falsehood and Manipulation Act, passed in 2019, and FICA, the Foreign Interference Countermeasures Act, which came fully into force in late 2023, I think so, are the main culprits. What do these laws do? POFMA gives the government the power to decide what's true and what's false online. They don't just fact check you, they correct you. And if you dare to disagree, too bad, the PAP's words is law. FICA, that one shuts the door on foreign interference. But in practice, it means anyone with a critical opinion that the PAP doesn't like can be branded suspicious, foreign influence, and muzzled. Together, these laws have created a chilling effect. Journalists are muzzled, writers self-censored, and independent voices are stiffed before they can even speak. And in a landscape already dominated by two giant media groups, SPH, MediaCorp, both of which answer ultimately to the PAP government, what chance is there for real journalism? So let's call it what it is. Singapore doesn't have free media. We have state-managed media. We have a press that publishes what is told and leaves out what it must. The Straits Times is less a newspaper of record and more a newsletter for the PAP government. And here's the sad part. Most Singaporeans don't even notice anymore. We have been so well conditioned, so well trained, that many think this is normal. We are fed only what the PAP approves, and we swallow it whole. We live in a country where the government tells us what is true, what is fake, and what are we allowed to know. Please think seriously about that. That is also why Singapore can't produce genius, creative people, great inventors like Steve Jobs, Bill Gates, Elon Musk, and other great people, and great brands like Lego, IKEA, Apple, Facebook, Amazon, etc. Seriously, this is really not good for our children and our grandchildren. I am not joking here. We won't have great innovators under this PAP government, and if we let PAP to rule Singapore again and again. Because we are living in a special time now. This is not an old time Singapore. Now is 2025. PAP's method of running the country is totally outdated. Do we really need the PAP to be our national fact checker, our Ministry of Truth? Since when did one political party get to decide the boundaries of reality for 5 million people? This is not about left or right. This is about opposition or government. This is about something for deeper, our right as Singaporeans to know the truth, to speak the truth, and to challenge the power. If our press freedom rankings is sinking, if we are closer to North Korea than we are to South Korea, if our law guards journalists instead of protecting them, what does that say about us as a nation? What does that say about Singapore? The PAP will tell you, don't worry, this is stability, this is safety, this is how we protect Singapore, protect Singaporeans. Anyone that talk bad about Singapore or bad about the PAP government is all fake news. What do you think? But I will say, this is control, this is censorship, this is fear dressed up as order. And here's my question to you, fellow Singaporeans. Are you really proud of this ranking? Are you comfortable living in a country where the truth is whatever the PAP says it is? Because if we don't question this now, then one day there will be nothing left to question. In summary, Singaporeans are not living in a communist state. But the PAP has conditioned them so well that most will automatically vote for the PAP in every election. We call it a democracy, but everything is under control if you study closely. The most impactful example is the GRC system. The PAP will never dare to abolish it because without the GRC system, they will guarantee to lose power in an election. Trust me, they will lose badly in the election if they abolish the GRC system. And that speaks loud about it. That means the PAP is not really that fantastic and they are just using the GRC system to stay on power. So what do you think? I would love to hear your thoughts on this issue too. That's why the PAP keeps finding excuses and reasons not to abolish the GRC system. I think Singaporeans should all come together and demand the PAP government to abolish the GRC system immediately. Then we can have a truly fair election in the next GE, and believe me, we'll see many weak PAP candidates or ministers will be voted out in the next GE, and this is a fair game. Do you agree with me? And this is the Singapore that we should have. And this is already 2025. Lastly, I would love to hear your thoughts. I am Ben Puah. Thank you.